Across the silent waters of our world, where rivers breathe, oceans shimmer, and the horizon never ends, there are places where human life floats in harmony with nature. Not bound by land, but carried by the gentle pulse of water, these villages rise and fall with the tides, reflections of resilience, beauty, and the eternal rhythm of survival. Here, homes drift beneath golden sunsets. Children paddle between doorways that open to endless blue. Prayers echo across the surface of lakes, and lanterns dance on rippling waves like stars fallen from the heavens. From the sacred stillness of Myanmar's Inle Lake to the spirited communities of Cambodia's Tonle Sap. Every floating village tells a story written not on land, but upon the living heart of the water itself. These are not just villages, they are dreams anchored in faith. They are worlds where the human spirit floats, unbroken, untamed, and eternal. Welcome to Floating Worlds, where life, culture, and nature merge into one breathtaking symphony of water and soul. One. Samar Floating Village. Rising from the mirror-like waters of Inle Lake, Samar Floating Village seems almost untouched by time. Wooden stilt houses stretch out across the calm expanse, their reflections rippling like painted memories. Here, the sky meets the lake in endless harmony. Soft morning mist drifts between rooftops, and slender boats glide gracefully through narrow canals, carrying the whispers of another day. It's a place where land and water no longer compete, but coexist. A sanctuary where stillness speaks louder than noise. Life in Samar flows at the rhythm of the water. Fishermen balance on the edge of their boats, casting nets in a dance passed down through generations. their movements as fluid as the waves beneath them. Women tend to floating gardens that bloom upon the lake's surface, their laughter mingling with the songs of herons in flight. There's no rush here, only rhythm. The people of Samar live by nature's clock, where every sunrise brings both peace and purpose, and every sunset leaves behind a reflection of grace. Chong Khneas Floating Village, Cambodia. Along the great Tonle Sap Lake lies Chong Khneas, a world that floats and breathes with the pulse of the water. From a distance, the village appears like a mirage, houses drifting on shimmering reflections, children rowing small boats as if born from the lake itself. When the floods come, the horizon expands, swallowing the land and lifting the homes higher. The people here move not against nature, but with it, their lives shaped by the rise and fall of the water that sustains them. Everyday life in Chong Khneas is a song of resilience. Floating schools, churches, and markets drift beside the houses, bound together by bamboo and faith. Kampong Khleang, Cambodia. Kampong Khleang rises dramatically above the water, a forest of wooden stilts standing tall against the horizon. During the dry season, the ground cracks beneath the heat, but when the monsoon rains arrive, everything transforms. The water returns like a long-awaited guest, flooding the land and lifting the entire village upon its surface. From the sky, it looks like a floating maze of lives intertwined. Boats gliding between homes, voices echoing softly across the tide. The people of Kampong Khleang live in constant conversation with the elements. Their lives depend not on control, but on acceptance, a deep understanding that the river gives and takes as it pleases. Families build, rebuild, and adapt with grace. Their homes are memories. Upon stilts, their stories written in water and wind. Despite the hardships, there's an undeniable beauty here, a reminder that life doesn't have to stand on solid ground to be strong. 4. Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Emerald waters stretch endlessly across Ha Long Bay, where thousands of limestone pillars rise from the sea, like ancient guardians of time. Mist curls between the cliffs at dawn, and the stillness of morning is broken only by the dip of an oar or the soft cry of a seabird. Here, floating villages rest in the cradle of giants. Wooden homes, anchored in turquoise calm, surrounded by mountains that whisper legends of dragons and rain. Every ripple in the water seems to carry a secret of the sea, told and retold through generations who've called this bay their home. The people of Ha Long Bay live lives sculpted by tide and wind. Their boats are both homes and lifelines, their children growing up with salt in their hair and freedom in their eyes. Fishermen rise before the sun, casting nets in the dim light, while women row small sampans filled with fresh catches and woven crafts. Six, Vancouver Houseboat Village, Canada. In the calm harbours of British Columbia, the Vancouver Houseboat Village glimmers like a painter's palette upon the sea. Brightly coloured homes float gently in unison, swaying with the whisper of ocean breezes. Here, the spirit of freedom meets creativity, each house a reflection of its owner's soul. Artists, dreamers and wanderers call these waters home. Waking to gull cries and sunsets spilling gold across the bay. It's a life unanchored from the ordinary, where neighbors greet each other from deck to deck, and the line between land and water blurs. In this floating neighborhood, simplicity becomes a luxury, and every reflection upon the still surface tells a story of belonging beyond borders. Seven, Chau Doc Floating Village, Vietnam. Drifting along the vast Mekong Delta, the floating village of Chau feels like a living poem written by the river itself. Wooden houses balance upon bamboo stilts, moving softly with the current, while the scent of fresh fish and lotus flowers fills the air. Here, water is not just a landscape, it's life. Families trade, cook, and pray atop the gentle waves. Children laugh as they paddle between homes, their voices echoing across the delta's mirror-like surface. The rhythm of life is steady, slow, and sacred, shaped by a river that never stops flowing. When the sun sinks low and paints the horizon in hues of amber, Chau becomes a world of shimmering stillness, a testament to humanity's grace in harmony with nature. Phuoc Floating Village, Vietnam. Along Vietnam's southern coast, Phuoc floats like a mosaic of life upon turquoise waters. This fishing village breathes with the pulse of the ocean. Nets hung like silver curtains, boats painted with eyes to watch the sea. The villagers here live by tides and stars, their stories carried on salt-scented winds. Dawn brings the hum of engines, the laughter of merchants, and the clang of anchors, a daily symphony of survival and joy. As the sun burns low, waves shimmer gold, and the horizon seems to bow to the resilience of those who call these shifting waters home. Phuoc is not merely a place, it's a rhythm, a reminder that life's beauty often floats in motion. Nine, Inle Lake Floating Villages. Nestled in the highlands of Myanmar, Inle Lake is a mirror of clouds and culture, where the Intha people glide across the surface with their iconic leg-rowing boats. Villages rest upon bamboo stilts, surrounded by floating gardens that bloom from the water's embrace. Here, life unfolds in perfect balance. Fishermen dance with the lake's reflections, monks walk on narrow planks between homes, and the sound of temple bells drifts across the morning mist. Inle Lake is more than a place. It's a portrait of coexistence, painted in shades of faith, patience, and peace. Every ripple tells a story of endurance, of generations who have learned to move as gracefully as the water itself. Kampong Phluk, Cambodia. Kampong Phluk rises from the flooded forests of Tonle Sap, like a city suspended between heaven and earth. Towering stilt houses stand above the shifting waters, their wooden frames glinting in the sun. Here, the lake is both foundation and lifeblood, swelling in monsoon, retreating in dry season, yet always nurturing those who depend on it. Children paddle canoes to school, while elders cast nets into the morning calm. Life is unpredictable, yet unwavering, molded by water's mercy. When sunset arrives, golden light filters through the stilts, and the village seems to float on air, a living cathedral of faith, balance, and resilience. Ywama Floating Village, Myanmar. Ywama is the beating heart of Inle Lake, a labyrinth of waterways lined with homes, temples, and floating markets. At dawn, monks glide across the channels in saffron robes, collecting offerings from wooden porches. The air hums with the murmur of traders and the flutter of prayer flags. Lotus weavers craft delicate fabrics, and the scent of fresh tea drifts through open windows. Life here moves not by clock, but by current. Ywama is a place where time dissolves, replaced by a quiet grace that binds people and water together. In every reflection, there's a glimpse of devotion to the land, the lake, and the light that never truly fades. "12. Clearwater Beach, USA, Florida. On Florida's Gulf Coast, Clearwater Beach sparkles beneath endless sun, a place where waves whisper freedom and the sky melts into turquoise. The rhythm here is one of joy and escape. Surfers chase the tides, children sculpt castles in the sand, and seabirds glide effortlessly across horizons of gold. Beyond the crowds and color lies a deeper calm, the way light dances on the water, the hush that falls when day ends. Clearwater isn't just a beach, it's a sanctuary for the soul, where every sunset feels like a promise renewed, and every wave carries away yesterday's worries. "13. Koh Panyee Floating Village, Thailand, Phang Nga Bay. Rising like a miracle from the emerald waters of Phang Nga Bay, Koh Panyee is a village built on dreams. Founded by sea gypsies centuries ago, its wooden walkways and stilted homes cling to limestone cliffs, defying the impossible. Here, faith and community shape every heartbeat. A floating mosque calls the faithful, while children chase footballs across a sea-borne pitch. Life flows between tide and tradition, and the spirit of unity binds every family to the ocean's will. As twilight descends, golden light spills across the bay. And Koh Panyee glows like a lantern of hope upon the water, proof that courage can build a home where land cannot. Across the continents, one truth flows through every tide. Humanity was born from water, and to it we forever belong. From Myanmar to Benin, from Peru to Venice. People have built their homes, their faith, and their futures upon its surface. They have learned to listen, to live not in defiance of nature, but in harmony with its song. Because water is not just a place to live, it is life itself, moving, reflecting, forgiving, and eternal. And as long as there are those who call it home, the story of the water people will never end.